In our last remaining few minutes here, something that I'd like to do in the next few months is I would like to share this show with some key people that I know, whether they're physicians or residents or medical students, about what FMEC is about and about the meeting in October. But in the people that you talk to and the people that you meet. Well, why should people come to the FMEC Northeast Regional Meeting October 29th through 31st in Hershey, Pennsylvania?
Well, the reason that they should come is if they want to learn about family medicine, or they want to be renewed as a family physician. Our meeting, we've really worked hard to figure out how to expose the heart, mind, and soul of family medicine. So the students who come tell us that it has dramatic impact on them. We had a student stand in front of Michael Dukakis, who was one of our speakers in 2006, a young woman from Howard University, and she stood up at the microphone and she said, "Mr. Dukakis, I want you to know I'm going into family medicine because when I sat at the table with these people, I understand that this is my tribe. I belong here, and this is where I'm going to go." And she did. She ended up going into family medicine for her career. For practicing family docs, our meeting, from what feedback from the docs is, it reminds them why they went into family medicine and helps them get in touch with their passion. And being a family doc, as you know, is tough. It's very hard work. And the opportunity for renewal and reinvigoration is very important. And that, I think we're very good at that.
And the audience for this is, pretty much, and anybody interested in family medicine. It doesn't have to be people who are in an academic setting. It's open
Correct.
to them. It's open to community docs like me, especially, people who are, isolated out there. The traditional, semi-rural, rural family physician who is just trying to connect with people who have the same values, but it could be difficult because of whatever reason. It's open to medical students who are interested in caring for patients, interested in the specialty, open to residents to try to connect with medical students and physicians just to talk about our specialty, which we don't get a chance to because just because of this environment that we are in here in healthcare, and it's difficult to connect with colleagues who have the same values, and this meeting is a great way to try to bring people together.
There you go. You've got it. We take a lot of pride in offering the kind of programming that responds to each one of the groups that you mentioned. We started off many years ago as more of an academic group, but we've really blown the walls out on that. And we do have practicing docs coming in. We're trying to grow that. We have docs coming in from FQHCs, as I was talking about earlier. We have docs from academic practices. We have docs from all walks of, all parts of primary care, as well as residents and medical students. The other thing we're going to do this year is we've created something called the Healthcare Innovators Network, and we're going to showcase primary care-driven solutions, and we're going to invite the employers into the meeting so that they can hear about some of these ways of improving healthcare, like the direct primary care method that I talked about, and some of the other innovations that family docs have developed.
And there's different tracks because in the information you gave me, it does look like there's something for everybody, and it's interesting because I'm just starting to learn about some of these healthcare models that you've mentioned here tonight, and it's not something that a lot of people are talking about, but it's interesting discussion. It's interesting alternatives, and a lot of it is family docs really taking the lead and saying, hey, we think we have the best solutions on how to deliver the best health care to our patients.
if somebody comes to our meeting and they can't find something that gets them fired up, they need some heavy duty medicines.
And if you go over to the website over there, fmec.net, and there's a lot of awards that are up there for nomination. And if you're listening to this before May 28th, 2010, you'll be able to check those out and submit a form there for you. And it looks like it's. I've been to the meeting when I was a medical student. I remember that, and that was a good time. It'll be nice to go back after not being there for a few years. It'll be nice to present there. So thank you for the invitation for that. And
You're welcome.
And yes, I'm really going to try, and I know I've talked to you about this before, Larry. That I'm going to try to bring a social media angle to the meeting there, and to try to share what I know, my talents with the meeting and with the group, because you've known, and people already kind of know my passion for social media and communication, just like what you're saying as far as communication. I think that's a great theme, and I think social media definitely has a part in that.
Well, let me just say, Michael, that I'm going to be a prophet here and predict that you're going to walk into this regional meeting with your social media skills. You're going to be surrounded by students, residents, and practicing family docs from all kinds of settings who are just going to, they're going to ignite with, as a result of what you're going to teach them. And it's going to be part of the revolution that we're trying, the grassroots movement that we're trying to create. So you're going to play a very important role in changing the U.S. healthcare system by teaching us your skills.
And Larry, and you're going to help me too, because just in our discussions, you have a lot of contacts around the country, maybe even around the world, who are family docs who have great stories to tell that nobody has ever heard of before. And I would love to bring them on the show to share their story of family medicine, and not only how they take care of patients, but other things too, like how they balance their life, how do they balance their job and their career and home life, and those type of issues. I think those type of stories are very compelling, and I think everybody, not only people in medicine like medical students and residents, but people outside of medicine need to hear the story of family medicine. And I'm very excited to work with you on that, because I know that you probably have a big list of people who you think are going to make great guests on this show. So I look forward to working with you on that.
Well, I'm looking forward to that too, Michael. And I have to tell you that I'm a very blessed man, and one of the great sources of blessing has been my chance to sit down and learn about some incredible people and the work that they're doing, and the vision that they have. That's what keeps me going.
Well, great. So as we kind of close up here, one thing that has really taken my attention here on the site there is the Power to Change Our World Award nomination form. That seems very very fascinating to me. I think that's kind of a theme to the meeting, and I guess the slogan that you use is "Driven to Innovate." So those are very motivating, and very positive. And in this very negative world we live in, as far as healthcare goes, we do need some positive words, some positive actions to try to try to cheer people up and say, hey, we still love taking care of patients. It's just the healthcare system that's messed up.
You said it. That's right. We got to change the system. I tell people it was our grandparents who invented it. Didn't exist before 1930, before insurance came in, and then a bunch of stuff happened during World War II. So if our grandparents invented it, we can change it.